Hail to the king, baby.
Welcome to TVLine's Halloween 2023 streaming guide. I'm Claire.
And I'm Nick.
Nick's our horror expert, and I'm a horror fan in training. We're here to run down spooky new October releases from the major streamers and highlight the movies and TV shows you need to watch.
You are all going to die tonight.
Starting with Hulu, where Season 3 of American Horror Stories premieres on October 26th. And Get Out's Lil Rel Howery stars in the new movie, The Mill, dropping on the 9th. But Nick, how do we spend the rest of Halloween?
Okay, so you'll definitely want to check out No One Will Save You. It is an alien story starring Caitlin Dever. It is spooky. They take some crazy chances with storytelling, and I don't want to spoil anything, so go in as blind as possible.
Okay, yes, I did see that one, and I thought it was very fun. On a scale of 0 to 5 little ghosties, meaning how scary is this one, how many ghosties would you give it?
This one is more spooky than totally disturbing, so I'm going to go with a low 2 ghosties. We're not talking major gore here, but there's some jump scares and some really good tension.
Yeah, 2 ghosties sounds good. I feel like there was one 5 ghosty moment, but other than that, 2 ghosties. What else would you recommend on Hulu?
Okay, there's the Evil Dead remake from 2013. It stars Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist's Jane Levy like you've never seen her before. I can't even tell you how gory it is because you're not going to watch it if I explain it. We're going 5 ghosties on this one. It is disturbing.
Oh my God.
It will keep you up at night. It's a lot.
And after watching that double feature, you're going to need a chaser to wind down, meaning you'll want something a little bit floofier, fluffier, lighter to end the evening.
That's the one.
And our pick is the New Girl Season 2 Halloween episode where Nick Miller is confronted by a clown in a haunted house. Now let's go to Netflix, where Mike Flanagan's new series, The Fall of the House of Usher, premieres on October 12th. Okay, Nick, you are a Flanagan fan. Tell us more.
I'm a Flanagan super fan, so assuming you've already seen The Haunting of Bly Manor and Haunting of Hill House, I recommend a couple Flanagan films, including Before I Wake, which is like your classic creepy kid tale starring Room's Jacob Tremblay, or Gerald's Game, which is a Stephen King adaptation that he did starring Carla Gugino, and it is disturbing and majorly gross. If you've read the book, you know exactly what scene I'm talking about.
And our Netflix chaser is an episode of Community, Season 3's horror fiction in 7 spooky steps, where the Greendale 7 tells spooky stories in their own unique voices.
In the news tonight, top story, an escaped convict from the asylum has escaped and he's mental and he's on the loose and stuff.
Oh my God, that sounds dangerous.
Oh, I'm sure it's no biggie, but I am a horny man. I'm only half present.
Moving on to Peacock, John Carpenter's Suburban Screams is an unscripted horror anthology series exploring true tales of terror from the American suburbs.
You need to stay away from me, because I'm gonna protect my pack.
Isla Fisher and Josh Gad return in Wolf Like Me Season 2. And the horror film Five Nights at Freddy's, starring Josh Hutcherson and Matthew Lillard, starts streaming on October 27th.
Ghost children possessing giant robots.
But before all that, here is what Nick is excited for.
Okay, Chucky is a seriously killer, pun intended, TV adaptation that has everything you love from the movies and more. Crazy inventive deaths with exploding heads, and my queen, Jennifer Tilly. What's not to love there?
You're not the producer from TVLine.
Claire, well, you mentioned John Carpenter, so we would be remiss if we didn't shout out The Thing from the 80s, which is also an alien movie, but in more of like a sci-fi, shape-shifting, far-out supernatural way. Plus, it has Kurt Russell at his finest, by far one of Carpenter's best flicks. Do you like terrifying clowns?
I love a terrifying clown.
Then you should definitely try out the first Terrifier movie, but only if you think you have the stomach for it.
Okay, oh my God, how many ghosties? Oh, I'm not watching it. I don't love terrifying clowns that much. Instead, I'm going right to our chaser, a marathon of all of Brooklyn Nine-Nine's Halloween heist episodes.
Yeah! Now get a move on. It's heist time.
But if you only have time for one, go for Season 5, Episode 4, Halloween, which culminates in Jake proposing to Amy. Over on Paramount Plus, watch out for the movie Pet Sematary Bloodlines, a prequel to the 2019 film.
Sometimes dead is better.
And Nick, what else do you have for us?
Well, there are 2 films by Ty West on Paramount Plus. The first is X, which is kind of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre send-up where a bunch of filmmakers go into this creepy farmland and naturally get picked off one by one. Then you should head into a double feature off of that and check out Pearl, which is actually the prequel to X, and Mia Goth is superb, the chef's kiss of horror performances.
There may be something real wrong with me.
And for a chaser, try episode 3 of Freaks and Geeks, Tricks and Treats.
Why is everybody staring at me? Maybe you think they never saw the Bionic Woman before.
Now it's time for Max. First up, season 2 of Our Flag Means Death.
Blackbeard, are you poor now?
No, I'm just trying something different, man.
And the final episodes of Doom Patrol start on October 12th. The trailer shows the gang facing their own mortality, and it doesn't get much scarier than that. Okay, Nick, Max, go.
One of my favorite horror movies of all time. Don't be like the Academy Awards and sleep on Toni Collette in Hereditary. 5 ghosties, 10 ghosties, all of the ghosties. It's basically like a supernatural movie that dives into grief and loss.
And it is spooky, and I give it 5 to 10 ghosties, but it's not too scary. I really recommend it. It's like so fun and kooky.
Did you know there's a new Exorcist movie coming out?
Oh my god, I did not. Tell us more.
So why not revisit the original classic, now available on Max? Linda Blair, head spinning, puking up pea soup, spider walk, the whole shebang. Just please don't watch the sequel. Save your time. It is truly, truly vile and not in a good way.
And here's our chaser, Food Network's Halloween Baking Championship. You can binge 8 seasons on Max and look forward to new season 9 episodes every week. Amazon's Prime Video is up next with a new slasher comedy. Totally Killer stars Sabrina herself, aka Kiernan Shipka, who travels back in time to stop a killer.
What year is it? 1987? Oh my god. I know. The 80s are almost over and I haven't even tried Coke yet.
Okay, Nick, what are your Amazon Prime Video picks?
Okay, an oldie but a goodie and a less known movie called The Gate from 1987.
1987? Oh my god.
There's these little itty bitty creature demon things because a bunch of kids opened the gate to hell, obviously. So they're terrorized by these little miniature things that were terrifying when I was like 5 years old, but now you watch it as an adult and you're like, oh, this is really dumb, but a lot of fun, one ghosty.
I'll swallow your soul!
Come get some.
And if that's not your vibe, then you can check out a Sam Raimi double feature, first starting with Army of Darkness, which is the 3rd installment in the Evil Dead franchise. It's Bruce Campbell at his quirkiest, cultiest, and most comedic.
Groovy.
Otherwise, if you want to go more on the scary side, you can do Drag Me to Hell, starring Alison Lohman and Justin Long. And that's about a woman whose life is turned upside down by an ancient curse that tries to drag her to hell.
You're gonna fit!
Oh my god, we are going to hell in Prime Video. Our Prime Video chaser is a new special called Make Me Scream.
Your objective is simple. Just don't scream.
Tempest Bledsoe from The Cosby Show and A Different World's Daryl Bell host a spooky competition with celebrities, including Steve Urkel himself, Jaleel White.
I believe. This is easy. Don't ever say that, dog. That's when you jinx us.
Meanwhile, for Apple TV Plus, we should mention that the Changeling Season 1 finale lands on October 13th. And docuseries The Enfield Poltergeist premieres on October 27th.
I can't comment you.
Over on Disney Plus, horror comedy series Goosebumps premieres on October 13th.
Oh! Oh my god, we need to talk.
Why does James smell like watermelon Jolly Ranchers?
I was just gonna say.
Nick, what do you have for us on Disney Plus?
All right, Disney Plus has a lot of the classics. You're going to want to revisit Hocus Pocus.
Dost thou comprehend?
Well, you explained it beautifully, Winnie. The way you started out with the adventure part, and then you sort of slowly...
Explain what?
The Nightmare Before Christmas, because who doesn't need more Danny Elfman in their lives?
I'm giving Nightmare Before Christmas a 3, Nick. Those drawings are creepy. I have nightmares.
Oogie Boogie is pretty intense.
I'm really scared.
Plus you got all the weird creatures in the village and the town.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah.
Creepy.
But there's also The Return to Oz, starring the magnificent Fairuza Balk, who tries to carry this Wizard of Oz sequel, and she does it, but it is just the strangest movie.
Our chaser is Boy Meets World Season 5 Scream parody. And then there was Sean.
Oh my gosh! They killed Feeny!
It's not technically a Halloween episode, but this is our video and we make the rules. And now, horror expert Nick, I do hear that you have some Tubi bonus picks. Please, fill us in.
Yes, Claire, every horror fan needs a Tubi account, and it's free, so that's great. Now, we've covered American Fare on this video and campy cult classics. How about some foreign feasts? You can take Takashi Miike's Audition, for example, in which a widower seeks a new wife by putting women through these fake auditions. Only once one of them finds out she's been kind of duped, she shows back up with some surgical instruments, and things get pretty hairy from there. From South Korea, there's Train to Busan, which adds a fresh spin to the whole, totally hackneyed zombie craze. Tons of style, tons of blood. It is phenomenal. Big recommendation. If you're hungry for one last sliver, you can try the French film Martyrs, but just don't actually eat through it, because no.
Head to TVLine for our full October 2023 streaming guide, and let us know what you're watching for Halloween in the comments. For TVLine.com, I'm Claire.
And I'm Nick.
Happy Halloween!